guys doing? Thank you for all waiting for me. The fam and I had to pay respects to the GOAT. Shout out to Sarita. So happy for you. I know it didn't end the way that you wanted it to end, but mama, you are in history books. How are you guys doing tonight? How are you guys doing tonight? Thank you so much, Joseph, for the super chat right out the gate. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, Stanley. How are you? Hey, Black Lavender. Black Lavender said, y'all see Marcelino trying to act like the victim, telling the producers Brittany didn't come home last night. I told you guys, I always thought that this couple had an open relationship and that they are just like playing drama on the show. But I think that I'm not saying that they're swingers, but I think they have an open marriage. I think they have an open marriage. That's why I don't believe anything that they're giving us. And also, they're just not delivering it in a way where it seems believable. Hey, Buddha. Buddha said, then the topless chick in the bed going to have the nerve to tell Brittany Amanda isn't a good friend. Why? I thought, did you want Britt to yourself? Probably. Coos Girly said, somebody needs to cut an onion in front of Brittany's face. Yep. Or something, because there is not a drop or tear coming from her eye. I know. Hey, Naya, how are you? What's up, Bombshell Blur? How are you guys? Hey, Sarah. How are you guys? So, guys, we got a lot to get through. So I'm going to hop into it now. First, we are going to do Love After Lockup, the recap, a quick recap, and then we're going to enter into the Felon game. So let's start off with Lindsay and Deontay. They were a bore this episode. I don't really think that they brought it. I was just like, you guys are tiring for me. What's happening? I guess because in this episode, we're starting to see the beginnings of Lindsay's relationship forming with her friend or former employee that you're not supposed to sleep with, because if you start sleeping with the guys that work for you, you look like a trick and you lose respect in a game. But I guess since she's out of the game, it's okay for her to enter into a relationship with him. But this episode just started to prepare us for what's to come, which is why all of a sudden, right before this storyline comes to fruition, we're starting to get these leaks of Lindsay and this guy taking pictures, him picking her up. And to be quite honest with you, I think it's just all publicity. I think it's all a stunt to have us talking and staying engaged in the show. And honestly, it's working. Because I feel like Lindsay is preparing this, or, the storyline is preparing the stage to set up Deontay as being the bugaboo, right? The bugaboo boyfriend, that he's doing too much. He's texting her all the time. And Lindsay's roommate is like, well, he's bothering you a lot. Like, that's not really the kind of guys you go for. Do you love him? And then he's in his confessional saying that he could be a better man than Deontay. He knows what Lindsay wants. He is the man for her. Deontay is not. So that's what I think all of this is happening. I really don't think that that these leaks are by accident, right? I think this is a coincidence that these leaks of Lindsay and this guy is coming out right before the show sets the stage for them to obviously end up in a relationship at the end of this season. And Deontay is once again on his own to fall in love with another felon on the show so that he can come back for another season. That's what I'm getting. Because everything that happened this episode, I was just like, it already played out, right? It already played out in social media. And now I don't believe it. What do you guys think? Because I'm not buying this. And I listen, Deontay, I really did try to buy you and Lindsay. I really did, because you're a good guy. And I wanted to buy this, but I'm just not buying it. Let's move on to Taylor and Chance. I don't ever want to see this couple again. I just don't. Taylor and Chance are just so annoying. They are completely annoying. So in this episode, Taylor is trying on wedding dresses because she is about to get married to Chance, who is a felon with a ridiculous temper who has disrespected her, her daughters, and has disrespected her in front of her daughters to the point where her youngest had to defend her. He also has pushed out her twin sister, who is an addict, and he also has horrible money managing skills, and she's probably pregnant by him. It's just not fun watching this woman destroy her life in real time, right? Because in this episode, she says that she believes that chance is a blessing because of all of the horrible things that has happened to her. She's saying, I believe that chance is my second chance. Sweetie, chance is not your second chance. He's your 10th nightmare. He is your 10th nightmare. And I think you're just so hurt by everything that has happened to you, you can't see it. And unfortunately for you, I am checked out of this storyline. Because it's just not fun to watch. It's not fun to watch, especially when her kids are involved and her sister, who is really, really sick. It's just really the storyline, everything that is covered about them just makes me uneasy. I don't enjoy seeing them. I actually tense up and cringe when it's time to hear or hear or see their storyline, because I'm just like, what dumb thing is Taylor going to say? How is Chance going to manipulate her? How is she going to continue to look away from obviously this chaos that is Chance in her home, and how he is affecting her children and her twin sister? Like, there's nothing redeemable. I was going to say if they were a bit more ghetto, maybe, but you know what I'm trying to say? There's nothing fun, right? There's nothing like, we love a nice little ghetto good time on this show. I forget the guy's name, but remember, he was dating the girl that looked like Amy Poehler and Rachel Dratch, and they had a baby. He was dating her or getting married to her, and his storyline was tragic, right? But when we went to go see his family, it was Shameless 2.0, and it was endless comedy. There's not endless comedy with this couple to make them the least bit tolerable. I just don't enjoy them. And I think I checked out the moment he screamed at her daughters. I was done. And you know what? It wasn't that. I should have checked out then, but I checked out the moment her youngest daughter defended her to him and said, leave my mother alone. That's when I was just like, I'm done. Now the stuff with Bobby, and now that she's pregnant by this man, I'm like, this is not the kind of train wreck I want to watch. So let's move on from them. Kevin and Tiffany, another couple who we could have done without. They're dry boots. They are dry boots. They have no storyline. And what they are trying to give us is just not interesting. How I know it's not interesting is that they're not even putting in any effort in acting and trying to make this something that we would want to see. They all had minimal lines this episode, and it was just so much dead space during the conversation. I do not know how their scenes made it to the show. Like, how their scenes didn't stay on the cutting room floor, I can't tell you. I can't tell you, because everything about them is completely boring. So this episode, Tiffany goes over to Kevin's home, and Kevin's mom and son are there. And listen, I'm not a fan of Kevin's mama, but I will say she was right. Tiffany comes in and keeps on going to his bedroom because he says he wants to talk to her in there. But Kevin's mother comes to the bedroom and she's like, hello. And I was like, I can't stand that woman, because she looks away at how terrible her son is and judges everybody, because you have raised a Basura child. How you look at everybody else and judge them, girl, I don't know. You need to shift that wig another way and move that bang so you can see your son for his mess, okay? Because your son is Basura. Anyway, she was right this episode, in my opinion. I didn't like how rough that she was on Tiffany, but I do think that she was right in saying, like, you are dating my son, right? You come in his home, see me, and you keep it pushing. She even said the same thing to Kevin. She was just like, I would have thought that you would have wanted to introduce her to me. And then she looked at Tiffany and she said, I would have thought that you would want to meet me. Like, it's just manners. It's the customary thing to do. Even if you're not featuring the person, it's just the right thing to do, to say, hey, how are you? Introduce yourself, sit down, chat with them for a second, especially if it's a guy that you're in a complicated relationship with. If you're not going to leave him and be done, you best respect his mama and acknowledge her when you walk into a room. Like, listen, even though I'm not here for Kevin's mom, when Tiffany walked in, I was like, oh, that's it? That's all you're going to give his mom? Okay. But that was like the most interesting thing that happened. I will say that Kevin's mom was out of line, you know what I mean? Defending her son's poor behavior and saying that she, at least, I think her name is Kayla, right? Kayla. She says at least Kayla, she knows that she knows that she loves her son. She doesn't know a lot about Tiffany. She feels like she is not being good to her son. And I was just like, are you looking at the fact that your son isn't being good to anyone? Are you looking at that? You're trying to make these women the bad guy when, one, your son is choosing these women, and two, your son continues to sleep with them off and on, and up in any and every other woman in Texas that will take little T-Rex arms. So why aren't you saying nothing to him? Because he's so perfect, right? The felon with the dirty dingaling. Okay, ma'am. Okay. Let's move on to Deadbeat and Sarah. This is my thing about no, who do I call her? Deadbeat and the Undertaker. Where are their pictures? Did I delete Deadbeat and the Undertaker? I probably did. I think I removed their pictures. Anyway, oh no, I didn't. Here's Deadbeat and the Undertaker. Anyway, I'm really sick of this show at this point. Like, if we don't get it next episode, keep it. I'm so sick of them teasing Destinie. Like, they keep on teasing her. We keep on seeing Destinie do these 2-second scenes with people who we don't care about, right? I don't care about a friend, no shit. I don't care about mama going on a date, okay, from a Best Western. I do not care anything about that. I want to see this woman that we know as Chaos go and destroy Deadbeat in the Undertaker's wedding. Like, y'all have teased that all season, and we still have yet to see them in the same room. Like, when is that going to happen? If it doesn't happen next episode, keep it. And I honestly think when they show in the trailer that Shawn is in the delivery room, there's no way that he's in the delivery room for Destinie. That I do not think the Undertaker would allow her husband to be in a delivery room for his ex-girlfriend's baby that possibly may be his. And I don't believe that at all either. Let's talk about how evil Deadbeat is, right? So Deadbeat is talking to his son, who he knows favors him, right? He's talking to his son, and he starts telling him that Kelly, Queen Kelly, his eldest son's mother, came to him and was just saying how, you know, the children felt left out, and she just feels like he hasn't been a good dad to them, and now he's starting another life and acting like he's this good father, but he still has unfinished business with their kids, right? And then he starts to break down and looks at the camera. He's just like, I can't do this anymore. And then he goes and sits down in a chair and starts on his fake crying, right? So his eldest son, who favors him and not the mother that stayed and raised him, even when the deadbeat didn't do anything, right? Because he even said to his dad, I adjusted. I adjusted with you not being around. But you got beef with your mama who stayed? But you don't got beef with the deadbeat because he started all this crying. Child is always the oldest son. So anyway, he says to his dad, oh, I understand. I forgive you. You know, I'm all grown up now. I can make my own decisions. And Shawn is just like, deadbeat, forgive me. He's just like, she was just saying all these really terrible things. And, you know, I love you guys. And I don't want you guys to not like me. Then you should have been a good father. You should have been present. You should have provided for your children. You should not have spent thousands and thousands of dollars on women that you were writing back and forth from prison when you weren't even sending anything back to feed your children. You picked up and started a whole new life with the Undertaker and her child, got her knocked up, and your kids still have yet to see you or a dime. No support, nothing. But you're the victim? And the way he flipped this whole thing on Queen Kelly, now the son is saying things about his mother and feeling some sort of way. How are you, if you are the adult and you say that you can make your own decisions because you can see everything now? How was your mother the bad guy? How are you even digesting all of this crap that your father is feeding you? It's always the oldest son. I don't know what that is, but for some reason, no matter how horrible the father is, they will always side with him over the mother. Like it didn't take much. Shawn deadbeat dropped two tears, and then he just sat down in the chair and fake collapsed. And the son is consoling him. You're consoling the father that you never had and telling him it's okay. It's not okay. And how are you angry at your mother who did both jobs while he was gallivanting on prison pen pal sites? Evil. Oh, the deadbeat is evil. Oh, the deadbeat is evil. And a total manipulator, because the way he manipulated that scene, I was just like, I cannot believe that you were really sitting up here saying that Kelly is the bad guy and you are the victim. Let's talk to your 6 kids, not the oldest that's obviously wrapped around your little finger, and I don't know why. Let's talk to them other ones. Let's talk to the one that you took to the Goodwill while you were sending $50,000 to Destinie. Your daughter needed clothes and you took her to the Goodwill because that's all you could afford, because you had depleted your funds taking care of Destinie, a stranger that was in prison when she scammed you, and when she got out, she scammed you again. And he's still on the hook for her. He signed her bail papers. So he's still on the hook for her. And when that didn't work out, you went and got the Undertaker and still didn't send anything to your kids. And now you got another one that you're going to play super dad to. Child, sick. Oh, that man is sick beyond evil. And to sit there and cry like you are the victim, I'm amazed. I'm amazed. Listen, if y'all don't give us Destinie next week, keep it. Keep it. Stop teasing. We keep on seeing her inching closer and closer. We see her in a car. Then we see her checking into a hotel. Now we see her checking out of hotel. Now we see her in the parking lot. Now we see her walking to the airport. What is the next episode going to be? Her getting into the airport and putting on the seatbelt, and then that's it to the next episode after that? Like, stop teasing us with that. Because if you keep on teasing us with Destinie, then you know that this storyline is lame, and the footage that you have from the deadbeat and the Undertaker is not even interesting. So you keep on teasing us with somebody who's not even in the same state. Like, come on. Why are y'all wasting our time this season? Like, what is going on? Let's talk about the most cringe-worthy couple on this show. And I mean, for them to be the most cringe couple out of these couples, you gotta be uber cringe. Branwen and Chaz. Branwen and Chaz. This is another couple that is so uncomfortable. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Chaz knows that Branwen does not want him. He does not care. He does not care. He just wants to have sex with her. He married her so he can control her, and he just wants to have sex with her. I'm not buying that he's a nice guy. I'm not buying that. I'm like, you know this woman does not want you. And how I know that you know this woman does not want you? Because you only initiate with sex, right? So this is a trick. This is a trick and a John situation for him. He only initiates sex with her. Like, as soon as he's with her, it's all about sex and nothing else. So she feels used, although she's using him. It's a trick and a John situation. Chaz is not in any way innocent. I saw him completely different this episode. The mask is off. So anyway, he's supposed to leave. He calls Branwen and he's just like, I changed my flight so I could stay another night. And Branwen's just like, why? Get on the plane and go. Branwen, what is going on with you? You're slurring your speech a lot. The eyelashes are getting heavier and your ponytails are becoming increasingly disheveled episode after episode. I hope that everything is okay, because I do not remember her talking like this last season. I don't remember it being the slurring of her words on the valley girl being like so deep and dense. Something is going on. Oh God, I hope it's just that her ponytails are too tight and her eyelashes are too heavy and not something else. So anyway, she's like, just go. I'm doing my Spanish at a cafe. Get on the plane. Go. Right? And he's like, no, I'm going to turn around and I want to talk to you, sweetie. And she's like, just come. So he comes to the cafe and they sit and they have a conversation, and then they decide to leave and go to another place. And he's just like, I want to make sure that, you're happy with the situation, and I don't want us to just not be good. I'm really concerned about us being good. I don't know what happened to Bramwin, but she was like, no, we're good. We're good. Yeah, I want to be with you. Yeah, I love you. And she was just so like fake affectionate with him. And she's never been fake affectionate, right? Every time he came close to her, she like started to gag and, hyperventilate. Like, but this time she was letting him get close to her, right? She was letting him touch her. And I was like, what happened? What switched? Like, what switch? She was just like, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm going to leave with him and go to Kansas. It is what it is. So then they go back to his Airbnb, because he don't do Best Westerns. Okay. They go back to his Airbnb, and she's just like, I have to do my Spanish homework. And this scene was so nauseating, so creepy, because he was like sitting there watching her do her Spanish homework. You don't got nothing to do. You don't got a game to watch. You don't got a grass to mow. Like, why do you have to sit there and watch her do her Spanish homework, right? So as he's watching her do the Spanish homework, he's just like, let me hear something, honey. Ooh, it's sexy. Like anything that she does, he is just quickly alluding to having sex with her. She's still doing her Spanish homework, and then he comes over and he starts to massage her. He's like, oh, does that feel good? And she's doing her freaking Spanish homework, weirdo. Get away from her. Get away from her. So then she finally, with a gun to her head, says that she will give him a lap dance. And then he goes into the room. He's like, oh, daddy's ready. Daddy's waiting. You are far too broke to be so weird. I'm sorry. If you are such a weird guy like this and you want to get a hot woman, you have to have more money and better credit. You are too weird to be this broke. Like, you got to pick a struggle. You can't be broke and weird. You're just not going to be able to get anybody. So if you're going to be a weirdo, you need to start investing in stocks or something and get your money up, Chaz, because you are creepy. I think a woman that is even attracted to you would be creeped out with you. You constantly lead with sex. Like, why are you just sitting there watching her doing her Spanish homework? The way you say it sounds so sexy. You know how to dry clam up. Like, it's just, there is nothing sexy about this man. And even if there was, he takes it away by just being, what is that? I can't believe there has not been not one woman in your life that said, you know what, your foreplay is mad creepy, bro. Mad creepy. It's giving predator. Like, why does he do? I was so uncomfortable. I was like, Branwyn, you don't have to do this, sis. You can get up and leave. Close that little 3-ring binder and go back to that cafe. You do not have to do this. She was so uncomfortable when it was time to give this man a lap dance. Did you see the way she talked to the cameraman? She's like, all right, bye. Bye. I was like, oh my God, don't leave her. I was like, don't leave her. Please save her. This was so uncomfortable and cringe. I was like, my stomach, I was just feeling nauseous because I was just like, one, don't leave this woman in here. And then you can hear the audio of Chaz, yeah, daddy's ready. Why are you calling yourself daddy? Oh, he is. I'm not getting into the comments yet, but sandpaper, dry like the Sahara, just weird. And I'm like, I can't believe that there has not been one woman in your life that you've been intimate with that has not told you that that does not work. They never said nothing, and you got bad credit. Something is off. Something is off with this situation. So moving on from the cringe couple, let's end. Not yet. I want to talk about this couple, and then we'll end with the fakers. Brittany and Marcelino, I love y'all, but I don't believe this. Let's go, move on to. Oh wait, let me acknowledge the super chat. Let me acknowledge. Hold on. I saw it. Where is it? May got a super chat from Stella. Thank you so much, Stella, for the super chat. Stella said, I think she borrowed her ponytail from that friend. Get out of here. Are you talking about Dorinda Clark Huger? She probably did. Anyway, thank you so much, Stella. Let's move on to Brittany and Ray. I think that Brittany was wrong to roll up on her dad, right? Because first of all, Ray shouldn't have said anything. Let it play out, right? Because now you're creating friction with the father of the woman that you want to marry who did not give you his blessing. Now you're causing problems between him and his daughter. So what do you think's going to happen now? Anyway, she rolls up on her dad and she's just like, I cannot believe that he would not give his blessing. I'm grown. Like, why would he do this to me? We find out why he didn't give his blessing. I'm like, Brittany, right? How you don't understand your father's position is absolute. What the hell? Jesus! Ah! What the hell is that? I'm getting the hell out of here. I am getting the hell out of here. Oh. You live down south. I gotta get a condo. I can't do this. Nikki, it's normal. Just finish your life. I can't. You know what? I will be honest with you, right? Y'all told me about the bugs. I didn't think it was this, guys. It's bad. It is. Every day I am beating some insect with wings off of me. I don't even know what I was talking about. My stress. I'm so stressed. How do y'all do this down here? This is not right. This is horrendous. How did he get in here? It wouldn't be a NikkiStar TV live if I wasn't attacked by an insect. I don't even know what kind of insect that was. I've never seen that before in my life. That's another thing living down here. I have seen insects and rodents that I have never seen. And none of these insects is in any science book that I grew up reading. I haven't even seen these insects and rodents on National Geographic. What is going on? I got turkeys that live down the street. This is weird. You know what? I got to get back to the north. I don't think this is for me. Anyway, who was I talking about? Brittany and Ray. Brittany and Ray. I don't even know what I was saying. Oh, Brittany. I'm shaking. I don't know how y'all do this. This isn't normal. I'm nervous. Anyway, Brittany, I can understand where your dad is coming from. And I just felt like she just was not being realistic with her father, right? It's you bring this man into your life who not only is a felon, who cannot get a job that at this moment that your father feels is let's be honest, a respectable job and a job that can take care of you in a way that your father has been taking care of you. That's normally when a dad gives his blessing for a man to come in and take over caring for his daughter, when he knows that that man can care for his daughter the way he has and better. It's even better if you can do better than what he did, right? Ray can't do none of that. And he's over $100,000 in debt, right? He also is a recovering addict. He also has multiple robberies in his past. Like, I get your dad being a little apprehensive, right? It just makes sense. It just makes sense. And then for you to roll up on your dad and be like, why? Why didn't you give him your blessing? And then the dad is like, I didn't give him his blessing because of all of these things. And I also didn't give him my blessing because of the situation that you just got out of. Then we find out that Brittany was in an abusive relationship. And she was just like, if I did not leave that relationship, I wouldn't be here. So I'm like, Brittany, let's be real. You know why your dad did not give his blessing. You know why your dad is apprehensive about Ray. So to sit here and act flabbergasted like you don't understand why your father, who was supposed to be your protector, is saying no to this man is mind-boggling to me. Let me hurry up and get out of here. Child, I got to get my condo. I got to get my condo. I'm telling you right now, when I get off of here, I'm looking at condos. I'm not built for this. Not built for this. You got to know. You got to know. And I thank the Lord for this opportunity because I realize who I am and who I'm not. Shout out to the country girls. Y'all can have this. Y'all can have this. Let's end with Brittany and Marcelino. So to the acting. The acting with Brittany and Marcelino was hilarious. I thought I was at a comedy show. When the production is running around, now they're breaking the fourth wall, right? And they're like, we can't find Marcelino. Let's try to track him down. And then they track him down at a gas station, and Marcelino acts shocked, like, oh my goodness. And then we see him in the confessional, and he's like, you found me. Wow. I'm telling you, they were giving us their best church play acting, and I respect it. So after, production breaks the fourth wall and discover Marcelino, he goes home and he realizes that Brittany isn't home, right? So no, Brittany doesn't come home the next day, right? So production has to break the fourth wall again and look for Brittany. And they ask Marcelino if he knows where Brittany is. And although I know they're faking, I hated the fact that he said this. He was just like, when production was asking him where Brittany is, he was just like, do I look like some recovery officer? Do I look like search and rescue? Your wife is missing. That's how I know this is fake. This is not how you would react if Brittany was actually missing, right? He's so nonchalant, like he don't care where Brittany is at. Okay, Marcelino, you're the same guy that was crying outside of her prison when you saw just a flick of her hair through some prison bars. Remember when he was hanging outside the prison and looking through the barbed wires, and Brittany was like messing in her hair to show him that she could see him, and he was like grabbing on the chains and a barbed wire, crying just because he could just get a glimpse of her red hair. Now you don't care what happens to her. You're not search and rescue, and you're not a recovery officer or whatever you said. That was a little inappropriate. But anyway, it's fake, so I'm going to let it slide. So now Brittany doesn't come home. We find Brittany. The camera walks into her room. She's in the bed naked with her friend, the one who has so much to say about Marcelino. I was like, y'all not even trying to make this believable. Y'all really bust into her room and shock them. How y'all get into that room? Because if you say that the hotel gave you a key to this room, then that's a whole problem, right? How you bust into this room and Brittany and her friend are like, oh my God, you caught us. Oh my God. Get out of here. First of all, that friend is far too happy being caught naked in the bed with a married woman. She's far too happy about it. She was like, oh my God. Guys, what are you doing here? Girl, you signed a release. You signed a release. You showed up early to get Mike and to get your lighting. Like, stop it. Stop it. I'm not believing none of this. What was so ridiculous to me outside of production acting like they bust into this room and found Brittany naked and disheveled with this woman? The most bizarre thing outside of that was that Brittany's friend who loves the camera, the one that she allegedly is cheating with, she says that Amanda is not a good friend because if Amanda is texting Marcelino back and forth behind her back and is just telling Brittany, then something is wrong. I'll give her that because I said that. I was just like, how are you getting these messages from your friend's husband, but you're not saying nothing? But she has been sleeping with him, with Brittany. So listen, I don't understand that. I've never done nothing like that. So I don't understand if the lines can get blurred or if you cross lines and stuff in those situations. I don't know. It seemed weird to me, but people do it, right? So I guess Amanda can't talk sexy to Marcelino or talk about sex or interact with him sexually without Brittany. But can Brittany interact with you know what? I'm not trying to figure out this mess. So anyway, she's mad now at Amanda and she calls Amanda and she's just like, can you send me the rest of the text messages? So Amanda's just like, sure. Hangs up the phone, sends her the text messages immediately, right? And then we see that Marcelino also sent Amanda pics of his penis. I would feel some sort of way about that as well. But I also wouldn't be in a threesome situation, right? I wouldn't be opening up my marriage to another person because marriage alone, it seems complicated for what I can see, right? So to bring somebody else in it, I wouldn't do it. If kids are breaking down marriages, what is a third partner going to do? So anyway, she says, oh yeah, that's all that he sent me. He just sent me his penis pics. I didn't respond about that. And Brittany's like, well, have you met him outside of us meeting together? And she was like, yeah, but we just met to discuss your birthday. I didn't bring anything up. I actually do believe Amanda. I don't think that Amanda is interested in Marcelino. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Amanda is interested in any man. Okay? I think she participates in that because she still has a loving care for Brittany, but I just don't think that Marcelino is her type, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, right? So the happy to have some camera time friend is really gassing this situation and saying that Amanda isn't a good friend and she's getting Brittany to the point where now Brittany, right? Let's just picture this. Brittany, naked, in bed with a person that is not her husband after having a wild night, a wild tryst with this person, is sitting here getting mad at her husband for sending penis pics to her girlfriend that she invited into their marriage. None of this makes sense, Brittany, because if you put all the cards down, if you start putting everything together, the only person at fault here is you. Marcelino didn't want to be in no triangle, throuple. What is this situation called? Tris, trois, whatever it is. He didn't want to be in this. He did this for you. Now all of a sudden he's enjoying Amanda a little bit more than you. Now you have a problem, but you're also sleeping with people. So what is going on? What is going on? This storyline is so bizarre. It just does not make sense. Another thing that doesn't make sense, Brittany, is that you continue to cry and we never see a tear. We never see a tear. All you do is this, but nothing comes out. Nothing comes out. Y'all, listen, y'all have such a chaotic life. Y'all could have gave us something real. And even though it would not have been as dramatic, we would have ate it up because y'all lives are so chaotic on its own. Y'all didn't need to create this fake nonsense that nobody believes. Even the people who watch reality TV, who believe just about anything that is on reality TV, are looking at this show like, I don't believe this one. So I I don't take anything that they do seriously because it's a waste of our time. It's a waste of our time. Listen, I'm glad y'all getting another check for another season, but this storyline is basura. None of it is believable because at this point, you guys are equally awful. And the only thing I could think about is who in the hell is watching the kids? Who's watching the kids? It can't be that mother. It cannot be that mother. Who is watching all of these kids? And a dog, child. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say about this episode. What do you guys have to say? I'm going to get some older comments. We're going to chit and chat for a few seconds, and then we'll get into the Felon dating game. Hello, Janae. Janae said, remembers Kevin's mother told him to go back to her after the nonsense. Like, if you have a problem now, why would you tell him to go back to her when he told you in that moment what she did? She's all over the place. She's all over the place. Midwife Crystal said, I was here for Kevin's mama and how she handled Tiffany. Yeah, I just thought it was rude that Tiffany would walk in and not speak to that woman. Like, even though she's annoying and extremely problematic, that's his mama. Like, that's his house. And you're trying to be with this man. Speak to his mother. I love that she walked in that room. She said, hello. Hi. Tiffany was like, hi. Child, you know what? Kevin's mama probably got a problem with Tiffany because I bet you that Tiffany was just how Kevin's mama was when she was that age. I feel like Kevin's mama is looking into a mirror. That's what I think her issue is. I don't think her issues with Tiffany has anything to do with her son other than the fact that she is looking into a mirror. That's what I think. Sarah says Taylor has absolutely no intuition. No woman's intuition whatsoever and foresight at her big age with those babies around. Too sad to watch. She is raising daughters. Yikes, 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 yikes. Stella said, there's something off about Chance. He's so phony and bad vibes all around. Yeah, I don't believe anything he does. He's just not genuine. Something is up. Something is up. And I hate the fact that I always feel like that when I'm watching him. I'm just like, I know that we don't know the full story. And I feel like when we find out the full story, we're going to be mortified. Oh, it's something, I'm telling you, we all can see it. We all can see it. We all can sense it and we all can feel it. We just cannot put our finger on it, or we don't want to put a name to what we are feeling and seeing because we don't want that to be right. It's something not right with him. Sarah, she's absolutely making a huge mistake. Absolutely. But she's going to do it because if it's not a mistake, Tiffany won't go after it. Buddha 1000 said, do y'all think that Chaz, aka don't want no short man, really got some? I don't know. I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to think about it. Miss GG88, speaking of Deontay and Lindsay, said it was a way for Lindsay and Deontay to be back on the show. I don't believe they were ever together. Me too. They don't have any chemistry. Me too. Like, this episode solidified it for me. I was just like, listen, I wanted to believe it because Deontay is a good guy and I wanted him to have, listen, keep this check coming. Keep this check coming. You deserve, brother. But I missed his COVID girlfriend. She was real and chaotic. I miss her. Let me scroll down to Josie. Josie said it's disappointing how the son is feeding into Shawn's excuses and blaming Kelly. These sons are desperate for male validation and feed into misogyny. Yes, Josie, to feel like they belong with their fathers. I absolutely agree. Shantavia, I agree as well, said it shows me how bad that son wanted a father. He excused deadbeat for everything. Yep. So he will excuse him for everything and look away from all the hurt that he has done to him because he'd rather, deny himself of those feelings than deny himself any more time of his father, who is going to act like he's going to be super dad to him. So he'll take what little bit Shawn gives him, because Shawn was giving him nothing, right? So he'll take this little bit, but I'm telling you, it's going to be that oldest that is going to get hurt the most, because Shawn is right now doing this performance. Deadbeat is doing this performance of he's redeeming himself and he's being super dad. And because his son is receptive to his manipulation, he's going to draw him in and act like, super dad for about 2 seconds. Then that new kid is going to come and he's going to drop the act and he's going to be super dad over there because he wants to please the Undertaker. And that oldest is going to get his heart broken. And guess who's going to be there to put him back together? Kelly. That woman needs a vacation. That woman needs a vacation. Oh my goodness. Hey, Jazzy Boo. Jazzy Boo said, why aren't the other kids there? Is it because they don't mess with you? Like Kelly said, yeah, they don't like him. They don't like him. The other daughter's there. I think the other ones are a bit younger, but then he has some other teenagers who were just never on the show. They just never wanted to be bothered with him. Naya said maybe Chaz has a rejection kink or something. Probably. He was so creepy. Daddy's ready. Stop it. I was just ready for Grandma to be like, stop. Get back. Get back. Hey, Diane. Diane said, did y'all see how fast Branwen kicked out them cameras before she hit so much as a body roll, not going to hit her with the penetration edit? I loved it. Poor thing. Poor thing. Hey, the bombshell blurb. The bombshell blurb said, OMG, same. Chaz is a creep. The light bulb came on tonight, and I don't feel sorry for him at all now. It's gross. Yeah, because I just think that this is just, a Stan and Lisa situation. I feel like it's, a trick in the John trying to legitimize their story, but I think that their relationship was, if not based on some kind of online sex, it was freaky from the get-go. I don't think there was any kind of love. I think it was just freaky from the get-go. And I think it's just how, I forget her name, but she was on 90 Day Fiance. And remember, she was with that guy that looked like a Pixar character. The Colombian chick that was with the guy that looked like a Pixar character. The Colombian chick that got pregnant by her husband in prison. She went to our baby daddy in prison. She went to the prison, put her legs up, bare puss up to the bars, and he inserted and got her pregnant. And she said she did that because she wanted to have his baby child. They were a mess. But she said that she was a cam girl, and that's how they met. And then they came on the show, and he was trying to make it seem like it was a relationship. But she was like, it's always been a relationship of some form of sex and money. That's what I think that's what I think Chaz and Branwen's relationship is. Miss Gigi88 said, the way he giggles every time he says something makes me wonder if he ever had even seen a clown. Midwife Crystal said, I had panic attacks too. It was just weird. The bombshell blurb said, Nikki, you're assuming Chaz has been intimate with more than one woman. Bless your heart. Well, hasn't he been married like 3 times? Oh, thank you, Tarina. Tarina sent me a Venmo. Thank you so much. Checking now. Hey, Tarina, thank you so much. Tarina said, Sarah's stepdad looks like Charles Manson's long-lost brother. I am so sorry I forgot to talk about that man. Thank you so much, Tarina, for the Venmo. Thank you. Let me tell you, I was looking at Sarah's stepdad, and I was just like, it's so weird because he looks young and old at the same damn time. I was like, I need to see this man with teeth, because I feel like if he has a nice full set of dentures, I think it's going to add or take away about 40 years. That's what I'm thinking, because I'm just like, how are you young and old in like one face? And he is giving Charles Manson, though. He is giving Charles Manson. Throw your tomatoes if you must, but I think that Sarah's stepdad was fine back in the day. I got to see him with teeth and, snatched face. I got to see him. But I think that if he had money, if he came from money, he would have been a problem back in the day. he would have been a problem back in the day. Thank you again, Tarina. Let me get 3 more and then we'll get into the felon dating game. Thank you so much, Stella, for the super chat. Stella said, I never, and I repeat, never want to hear Chaz doing baby talk ever again. Just hell to the no, hell no. Hell to the no, no, no. Thank you so much, Stella, for the super chat. Yes, it was absolutely very weird. I'm like, why are you doing that? That's not exciting to any woman, dead or alive. Midwife Crystal, thank you so much for the super chat. Midwife Crystal said, Miona, donate a ponytail to our girl Brandwin. I do think that Brandwin's lashes could sweep away all the bugs for you, Nikki. Girl, hopefully. Oh my goodness. That was a little creepy. I chose to look away from that because I was just like, I can't take another creep factor with this relationship. Tracy, timeout. We're going to put you on timeout, Tracy. We're going to... Wait, what did Kathy say? Toothless and homeless. Time out, Tracy. Time out. OMG. Oh, Hamina and Mike. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Rachel. What a couple. What a couple. Sly Cat said that Marcelino said in the confessional when they saw the counselor that he felt like he was just watching his wife prefer to be with a woman. Yikes. Yikes. Maybe that's what's happening here. I don't know. I do not know, but this is like, they got to come with something better. JT Zim said, Nikki, can you cry on command? You can give Brittany lessons. Yes, but that's why I prefer comedy. I don't like to do that. You got to go to a real dark place, a real place of pain to do that. And I don't like doing it. I used to be in acting classes with a girl who could do it on command. Like nothing. But she was able to just do it and be fine. Me, I got to go to some place where I was real hurt, and I don't like that. You got to be able to close that portal, and I don't like doing that all the time. So I don't have a problem with people faking tears. I really, really don't. Knowing what you have to go through to get to that moment, you can fake that for your mental health. Daryl said, I just got home from work. Yes. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Star fam. I'm about to puff and kiki to this dating game. Well, you're right on time, baby, because we are getting into it. Let me bring up our bachelors for the night. We have 3 bachelors that I think you will appreciate. I think I found, some visually blessed men. I think you guys will be happy about that because y'all dragged me last week. Y'all were not nice. So I think I did a good job this time. We're going to go with our first bachelor. Hold on. Our first bachelor is David. Let me bring up David's pic and then I will read his bio. This is David. David's bio reads as, Hi, my name is David. I am 30 years old, currently serving a 12-year sentence, but I only have about 4 years or less to serve. I am a recovering addict and currently in the process of changing my life. I'm 6 feet tall, so that means that he's 5'7" and 200 pounds. I kind of believe that. I am in great shape and I have been all my life. I've been riding bulls professionally for over 16 years. Okay. I'm from a small town in Northern California. I'm very family oriented. I love to travel and I love to go outdoors. I like hunting, fishing, camping, and 4-wheeling are some of my favorite things to do. My family owns a mechanic shop, so I've grown up a grease smoky. LOL. I'm very outgoing and an open book, and you can find me all over the internet, or you can watch some. No, we're not gonna. No, I don't want y'all finding that man. So anyway, let's get into his information. In his bio, he says that he's 6'1", but then in his description, he says he's 6'1", but in his bio, he says that he's 6 feet. So he's absolutely 5'7". He completed high school, his occupation before prison, bull rider, handyman, earliest release date 2026. He will not give us his maximum release date. He says he's only interested in hearing from females only. Activities in prison are taking classes, working out, reading a lot. That is bachelor number 1. Save it. What do we think? Hey, Nora, how are you? JT. Oh, Lord. The bombshell blur. What's the saying? Save a horse, ride a cowboy. Hey, Gabrielle. Gabrielle said, I'm watching on my TV doing my hair. I had to run to my phone because, okay, David, take me to Old Town Road. Hey, Nikki, missed you. Missed you too. So I'm thinking I did better this week. Let me get a couple more comments and then we'll get into our second bachelor. Oh, this is another thing. I'm not telling y'all, the way y'all dragged me, I am not telling y'all what these men have done until you've picked your bachelor. So it's on you. It's whoever y'all pick, it's on you. It's all for me. It's all for me. Naya said, oh, David isn't getting out. Ryan, I'm not saying nothing. Ryan said, is this a murder's row? I'm not saying nothing. That's right, Cameron. Cameron said, y'all need to stop discriminating on us rainbow community because we'll keep y'all comfortable. I know that's right. I know that's right. Oh, Coos Girly said better this week for sure. All right. All right. She got 2 kids. He said, yes, David, I know you did something out of control. Oh, we liking this one. Stella. Girl, I don't think so. But you know what? You know what? Not my problem. Not my problem. Y'all picking the bachelors. Y'all picking the bachelors. I'm just going for looks. That's what y'all told me. We want something fine. We don't care what he did. Okay. Okay. Child, Lifestyle with Abby said, he's like everything that touches my neck now, I freak out. Lifestyle with Abby said, he is fine with the pharmaceuticals he enjoys is concerning. I don't know about Dave. I don't know about Dave. Daryl F said, I can tell he would be cute, especially after a couple of drinks, but the scent of Newports makes me instantly irate. Come on, David. Buddha said, let's build together, David. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing. This is y'all pick. I don't pick. Y'all pick. I just give y'all bachelors who I think are, are have some visual blessings. Let's move on to our second bachelor of the night, which is, hold on. Where is he? Nate. This is Nate. Nate says, I'm seeking a companionship because it does get lonely under my circumstances. I'm also interested in learning about different cultures and traditions. I am the most understanding man that you'll ever meet. I am not one to judge. Instead, I help where I can. I'm a great listener and I offer advice when needed. I'm a sponge for knowledge and I'm always on a quest to seek more. So I'm always looking to collaborate with any thoughts, concepts, and business ideas that may come about. During my incarceration, I matured into the best version of myself and I documented it in my 3 published books. If you're a woman that can remain consistent with communication and actually want to build a bond that will extend beyond these walls, you can email me or we can send videos. Okay. May this vibe be caught. Now, I believe that he's 5'8". I don't think any man will write that. His maximum release date is March 10th, 2037. He is only interested in women. He has a GED. occupation before prison, lifeguard, landscaping, activities in prison, at risk youth advocate, and life coach. How do we feel about Nate? How do we feel about Nate? Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna find he didn't put what his books were in here though, guys. I would, I definitely would have found it. But while y'all chatting about him, I want to see if I can find one of his books. Let's see. Let's see. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. um okay, I found this book, one of them. Let me see if there are any reviews. Listen, everybody's loving his book. It's a book of poems. It's a book of poems. All right, let's see what it says. Let's see what the introduction is. Um, the book blank came about from one's personal views of his or her life. When you give thought to the title, what can you deem perfect? The first thought that comes to mind is Allah, also known as God. We all deal with our own personal flaws, no matter your religion. This is an autobiography in poetic form. I'm giving you different views and insight inside my train of thoughts. Also, I'm showing you the progression as years went by. Who's better to describe your story than you? The world will always have their views and opinions of you. Does it make it true? If you are able to still smile when comforted with pain and laugh when presented with joy, that's a life of the wealth that not even the wealthiest person could afford. Adversity either exposes or reveals one's true self. All right. And people are loving the book. People are loving his book of poems. You know what? Hold on. Hold on. Because I done found something. Hold on. Because I'm trying not to give you guys this man's information. I will not be responsible. Oh my God.
Yes, it's your favorite person that you can't.
Okay. Okay. So I found the video. I found the video. I want to play it first because what I don't want, listen, I will not be responsible for anybody falling in love with these men. So I'm not giving y'all all the information. So let me see. Let me see.
Yes, it's your favorite person that you can't wait to. Yes, it's your favorite.
Hold on, because I'm trying.
Person that you can't wait to see when he's free. I am a Nasir Nas Salam. And right now, it's Taco Tuesday, as they like to say. So let me know if this taco is interesting to you. I'm taking you on an excursion. Here's only 2 episodes left. Does that look delicious? Yes, it's your favorite.
What y'all think? What y'all think? What y'all think? I cannot confirm nor deny. What y'all think?
There's no celebrating other holidays for me, but I definitely still want to send my love to everybody out there. I'd like to probably announce my 3rd book that I have. It's called Once Upon a Time, making the best of it while it's available. And
He done wrote a bunch of books. Child, you know what? Where did I get this one from? Anyway, that's y'all second bachelor. That's y'all second bachelor. Ciao. JG said, now watch Nikki end up being the start of a couple of, oh my God, that's my worst fear. Shade. I would delete this channel. I would delete this channel. Let's move on. Let's move on to your third bachelor. Your third bachelor, Eddie. Wait, no. Where's Eddie? Eddie. This is Eddie. Eddie's bio says, hey, I'm Eddie. I am 34 years old, confident, deliciously handsome, sponsored fitness model, and a licensed distributor, sales professional who's a humble gentleman that's seeking worldwide female pen pals of any ethnicity who won't hesitate to write me with a photo for substantial conversations. I assure you that we will construct a trustworthy level, unbreakable bond, and experience a weekly connection of laughter. I am a certified corrective specialist personal trainer who specializes in aerobics, exercise, bodybuilding, weight loss, and nutrition without going on the diet. I am the ultimate motivator with unlimited energy. And I have natural sex appeal, muscles, and abs. When I complete my incarceration, I will be a certified firefighter and aspire to be a successful fireman upon my release. I'm in prison for a prior DUI. I'm very ambitious, intelligent, goal-oriented, non-demanding, unselfish, and a God-fearing, soulful man. I'm attentive and will treat you as my equal unconditionally. I'm a character of trust, love, determination, individuality, loyalty, and laughter. Tell me about your life, goals, dreams, ideologies, and accomplishment. You won't waste your time or energy if you write me. I know that I'm the OMG Prince Charming with the whole package, a man that you've always dreamed about, one that will leave cloud9 footprints on your precious heart every day in an effortless way. With sweetness, ciao, the one and only Eddie. Oh my God. Eddie says that he's 5'11". He's probably 5'7". He's done some college. He's a personal trainer. His maximum release date is next year, October 1st, 2023. He's only interested in women. Activities in prison, fitness, core workouts, poetry, college courses. He is also a Bible enthusiast, and he respects social demeanor. I don't know what that means. How we feeling about Eddie? Oh my goodness. The fact that y'all are trying to figure out what these men have done. OMG. He says that he's still an active personal trainer. I'm like, you training people from prison? They do, Cameron. They do, or so I've heard. Tiffany. Tracy got the bachelors up. She said, Bachelor 1, David, come ride his bull. Bachelor number 2, Nate, understanding writer, taco cook. Bachelor number 3, Eddie, Vin Diesel, body double, and personal trainer to the Felon. With sweetness. Vicky. Oh my God. Not too fast, too felonious. Oh my goodness. Teresa's vote is for number 1. Buddha likes 1 and 2. Let's see. We got another vote for number 1. Oh, we got another vote for number 1. Miss T. She said Taco Tuesday. Okay, she likes a little writer. Okay. Oh, I can't believe y'all going up for the cowboy. I I can listen. Wait a minute. I saw a comment. Vicky, you're right about it. You're right about it. You're right about it. This is punishment for the rising last week. Nikki be protecting us from ourselves. I told y'all. But you know what? It's on you. It ain't on me. It ain't on me. So we're all going up for the cowboy. Oh, I don't know that. Okay, we got a couple for number 2. We got a couple for the Grand Rising Rider. We got a couple, but I feel like Naya. I feel like the Bachelor of the Night. The Bachelor of the Night is the cowboy. I think y'all like the cowboy. Y'all like Mr. Old Town Road. Y'all like Mr. Old Town Road. All right, so your Bachelor of the Night is Mr. Cowboy. I done forgot his name already. What is his name? It's the cowboy's name. I done forgot his name. The cowboy, David. David, the cowboy, is in prison for arson. You guys picked an arsonist. Notice I said you guys, not me. Not me. Not me. Y'all picked the cowboy. The cowboy likes to set things ablaze. He likes to set things ablaze. The only thing that was damaged was property. Nobody lost their life. Just, he got a little fire starter in him. Little fire starter in him. But you know what? I will say, good for you guys. Good. Okay, Cameron. Good for you guys, because the other 2, Bachelor number 2 and 3, murderers. Yep, they're in prison for murder. Let me tell you something. The fitness guy, I looked up his information. I'm like, you're a liar. He's never getting out. I'm like, you're sitting over here telling us you're getting out next year. Buddy, from what I read, you are staying put. Not my business. Not my business. Oh, I'm sorry, Gabrielle. I'm sorry. See, this is why I get nonviolent people. This is why I get nonviolent. You know what I mean? Tina B said, I'm sorry, no one liked the potential firefighter. They're all in there for sending somebody to glory. I was actually shocked y'all picked cowboy. I was actually shocked that you all picked cowboy. Good for you. Good for you. So, are we happy going back to nonviolent offenders? Or has the shame not worn off yet? Let me know. Let me know, because they get finer. The greater the offense, the finer the man. What do you want? What do you want? Star family. Sure did. Cameron. Y'all are a mess. Y'all are a mess. Oh, okay, so we're going back. We're going back to nonviolent. All right. Stella, timeout. You're on timeout. Oh my God. I'm gonna at least try to mix it up. Oh, because the thing about it is he's not mentioning that the DUI that he was in resulted in him killing somebody. I'm like, how do you leave that? They be lying on these profiles. This is my thing. If you're going to date a felon, this is your life. You can do whatever you want. Research that man. They are lying. Yep, that's exactly what it was, dear. It's exactly what it. A few people. You know what? On that note, good night. Good night, JT. Good night. So I'll try to mix it up. But I got to be honest with you guys. The fine guys are dangerous. So, we'll see. We will see. I'm gonna try to see if I could. He did. You know what, Tracy? Let me look at his other books before we get out of here. I only saw one book. He said he has 3, but I only saw one of his books. Let me see. It's no Mr. Tillman. Yeah, everybody just loves his stuff. Everybody's just going up. Everybody says it's a must read. It's great. They say he's a good writer. They say that he's a good writer. I'm never going to find out anyway. I would, but I don't. There's no. He doesn't give us anything from his book. Like there's no excerpts from his book. I would have, but there's no excerpts. I definitely would have read that. But there's just reviews. But everybody is really liking his stuff. So good for him. That he's making a little career out of his writing. Somebody buying him. I hope it's not the women who are writing him. Stay woke. Thank you so much, Tracy. Tracy says, Star family, please like, comment, subscribe, and share because you care, and hit that notification button. Thank you all so much for joining me. It's hella late. We got to get out of here. I got to get some bug spray. Only me. Anyway, I had a good time. I hope you guys all had a great time. I thought that this bachelor dating game, this felon dating game would change your perspective, but some of us just like to live dangerously here. So we'll continue on. Again, Gabrielle, so sorry. So sorry. I know you weren't trying to make anybody feel bad. You even said that in your comment, but again, my condolences to you. And thank you all for joining me. I will see you soon for something else. Please make sure before you leave out that you like this video. It really helps your girl grow over here on YouTube. Thank you all for staying up with me. I love you. I'll see you soon for something else. Night. Don't go looking for these men. I will not be responsible. I am not responsible. And if I find out that y'all found them and are dating them, I'm going to do my best to break that relationship up. Absolutely not. Oh, yes. Thank you so much, Tracy. I finally hit, thank you, Tracy. I hit 1K on my home channel, NikkiStar at home. If you like, lifestyle decor, we're doing our first live next week over there. We talk about hair care, skin care, vlogging, a bunch of, just me outside of my comedic reviews. If you're interested in any of that stuff, I got some great fall content over there. Check your girl out. It is NikkiStar at home. Here is the channel, and we just hit 1K tonight. Thank you all so much for your support. The Star family really got my numbers up, and really, really is allowing your girl to grow in YouTube, and I totally appreciate it. And I thank you all for all of your support. Thank you all. I love you. Get some rest. We will see each other soon. Bye. Mwah. Oh, make sure you follow me on all my socials too. I'll be posting there throughout the weekend when I'm not on live. So check out for that. Love y'all. Bye.